Всем привет! Продолжаем прохождение Fallout New Vegas. В прошлый раз мы остановились на довольно длинных диалогах с роботами в Мозговом центре. И я так понимаю, в сегодняшней серии мы это продолжим. Потому что разговаривать придется много. Продолжаем. Причем зачастую там некоторые диалоги, ну, просто трындешь ни о чем. А нам же сейчас надо сначала вот так доползти медленно до нашего умного дома, потому что я бы хотел продать некоторые вещицы, например, вот этот агрегат под названием ружье Киберпес, оно не очень нравится, хотя, конечно, прикольная вещь, если брать модифицированную ее версию. Но все равно, как-то вот эти большие, тяжелые автоматические пушки, они как-то не очень. Вот. И услуги оказываешь, мы это все. Полезный на самом деле товарищ, потому что у него можно единица на 100%, у него можно продать. Да не знаю, зачем нам продавать, у нас 102 тысячи крышек, но как бы, ну, понимаете. Не знаю, давайте бафа откупим как раз. Хватало очищенной воды. 10. Слушайте, давайте посмотрим еще. Сейчас в помощи у нас что вообще там есть? Винт нам не нужен. Гидру уберем. Виски, ну, возьмем про запас. Виски не бывает. Дурман защита, бесполезная вещь. Продаем ее. Кедровые орехи оставим, съедим. Так. Воды есть еще? Даже омлет хорош. Вот это бесполезно. Ритуальное зелье оставляем. Темный корень дурмана продаем, мы его не будем юзать никак вообще. Разброс оружия спок, ну, продаем. Вообще им не пользуюсь, не знаю зачем он тут лежит на самом деле. Жвачка, турбо, турбо полезная вещь. Да. Чипсы невероятно бесполезная вещь, продаем, она еду даже не восстанавливает, хотя казалось бы. Могли бы хоть немного поставить. Ягода послена. Ну, они чуть восстанавливают, оставим. Они немного весят. Здесь, ну, шприцы продаем. По патронам, вот в чем проблема, на самом деле, данного дополнения, почему я считаю его одним из самых сложных. Если не закупиться кучей патрон изначально, то вы, в общем-то, будете иметь проблемы с ними. Довольно серьезно. Перепроверяем, кстати, запись. Запись идет, все хорошо. Даже минут 40, скорее всего, такая серия у нас будет. Мы тут будем культурно отдыхать. Серия, конечно, неинтересна, наверное. В смыслах. Ладно, мекать МБТ нам не надо. Начнем, наверное, с доктора Оси. Он не сильно разговорчивый. Здесь попроще. Давайте я буду скипать, потому что зачем слушать это. Тень спам голосовой модуль. Я не знаю, как герой понимает, непонятно. А у нас 36 уровень. Мы с вами взрывчатку докачаем до максимума. И потихоньку, наверное, в медицину будем брать, потому что хп будем терять много. Приятно. А здесь, ну, наверное, эксперт-сапера будем брать дальше. Пообщались мы, в общем-то, с 8. И возьмем квест обмен мыслями.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal? Just as I feared. Questions, quizzes, just as there were in American high school. And if there are no answers, how will the think tank graduate? Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology.
У него моргает с экрана, блин. Я, конечно, не эпилептик, но неприятно.
Beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes. Indeed, docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation. No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding. I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts. Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns. Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try. In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the Great Static, or beyond, there were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
Зачем факты и данные? Давайте платимся против какого-то врага. Будем что думать. Так, давайте про Мебиуса еще узнаем.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying Robo-Scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed. The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
Таких безмозглых за забором держать. Отлично, защита коммунистов. Не понимаю, какой смысл в этом заборе. Так. Мне больше вот это нравится.
Trapped? Nonsense. We are secure here from evil philosophies. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party. No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain. Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do. There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the forbidden zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable. That castrated nickname of our facility is not its true name. The true name is Big Mountain. Where are your manners? It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research. Layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of
Ну, это
the
правда дыра,
crater,
потому что...
until we have our answers. But no,
В общем-то, крыши тут никакой нет. Это не пещера.
Scaring us with his scary robots, with their laser tails, and blowing up all the time. It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science. Yes, in the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed. Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped. Until next time, then.
Ну, поговорили с доктором Борроусом.
The lobotomy.
Да, все у него тут. Специфичный гражданин, довольно забавный. Так, а зачем я сюда резу? Ладно, пооткрываем сейчас, может, что найдем тут. Даты. Кодекс. R1. Даты. Скорее всего, это этого, который Мёбиус. Ну, потом поймете. Наградки. Скорее всего, это Борроус тут чеканит. Ладно, идем дальше общаться. Поговорите за кокаином.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you. I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs. Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace. Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Про поле мы и так узнаем.
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub. We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight. Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains. This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man. And to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science, atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power. Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here. That glowing red scar, that laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child. It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic. Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics. Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why. Yes, in all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear. Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto-dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost. Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
В общем-то, все. Сейчас проверю, сколько мы по времени. 20 минут уже разговариваем. Блин, это вообще жесть. Но поговорили мы с половиной. Вот внизу. Ну, давай с доктор О побазарим, хотя это доктор 0, конечно.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible. Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here? How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco. Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girdle bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts. Fine. Ask. I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm. This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment
Ну, с
on the
этим
surface,
посетителем мы
turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and
встретимся в
escape.
следующем дополнении, так
Sealed
сказать.
now. Two other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing. Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out. Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple. Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name is an O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number. Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0. Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, all right? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
Подожди. Элект прокачаем. А ты?
What? Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless. Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in. Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. They make a 0 in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking. You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
Это мусор даст сейчас.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, That would be welcome. I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Ну, остальное нам там не интересно. Поговорим теперь с доктором Дава. Только подожди, сначала я выкину этот мусор, который мне подарили. Так. Сколько тут всего, конечно, жесть. Ну ладно.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination. Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity. What nonsense. What are you doing? Stop it. Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue. Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago. Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Whew. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now. Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols. That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again. Until our next...
Да, ну это забавно. Сейчас поговорим с доктором Куайном. Еще надо лучший друг мозга выполнить, но это попозже уже.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Это тоже персонаж, с которым мы познакомимся позже. В будущих сериях, так скажем. Так, ну чё, давайте, наверное, вот сколько сейчас времени от серии прошло? 37 минут. Я предлагаю быстренько сбегать и принести миску, чтобы уже, так скажем, париться. Правда, нам бежать... Куда нам придется бежать, кстати? Далеко, ну ладно, успеем. В чем проблема? Big Mountain, Big Empty. Ну, короче говоря, это игровая локация. Тут очень много врагов. Вот, например. Сразу же встречает какой-то гражданин. Это прикольные маски, они дают довольно много армора. Практически как шлем силовой брони, только интеллект режет. Быстренько пробегаем. Лоботомиты это не самое страшное, это самое простое, что есть. Проблема здесь в кассадорах. Хотя нет, кассадоры, по-моему, только пару локаций встречаются. Вот проблема на самом деле больше здесь в ночных охотниках. Если стайка нападет, ну, неприятно будет. Но могут тебя и отправить в перезагрузку. Ну, давайте. Потом. Оба. Знаете, как нам урон наносит? У нас еще броню ломает довольно неплохо. Броня у нас легкая. Повторяю. Но патронов у нас хватает, благо. Дать им пункт Улиса. Дать им пункт Улиса. Ну. В общем-то, Улис это персонаж, как раз таки, который приходил и разговаривал с рабомозгами этими, или как их там назвать правильнее можно. Мозговым центром этим. Подранили? 6. Ну, броню ломают нормально так. Пока, конечно, пятнашку восстанавливает, но это пока. Ну, восстанавливает, бочит, конечно, там. Сказать? Поспим часик. Ну, здесь пенина с бобами, а то обед. Я вот не ел еще сегодня ничего, я бы свининки с бобами бы не отказался. Так, ну тут 308 калибр, нам он не очень нужен. Прощай, дружок. Что вообще могу сказать про этих ребят с мозгового центра? Ну, С одной стороны, наукой занимается, с другой стороны, конечно... В чем смысл вот этих занятий наукой, что эти открытия, которые они там, возможно, делают, они никакой пользы обществу не приносят, они тут самоизолировались. О! Вот и ночной охотник, кстати. Твоя дворня, умри. Развел тебя, блять, не развел. Ну вот, в общем, о чем я и говорил. Конечно, свет во тьме, или как он там называется, вот этот уникальный 45 калибр пистолет. Явно сделанный с какого-нибудь кольта 1911. Он, конечно, тут мое почтение. Ну, у нас вообще, в принципе, оружия такие. Патрон много. Против скопления противников есть даже милосердие. Милосердие, кстати, мы тут прокачали в 2. Урон в секунду у него, можно разыграть, неплохой такой. 500. Здесь у нас стимуляторы, всякие крышки. Сильно это собирать не хочу, хотя почему нет. Как бы, кто жизнь понял, тут не спешит. Вот все. Нас с вами интересует, конечно, миска Гейба. Хотя вот в этом поселке, если по домам полазите, можно найти еще какие-нибудь улучшения для умного дома нашего, но вот это я не буду сейчас делать. Это не имеет отношения к конкретной серии. Она и так затянулась, я считаю. Этим мы займемся позже, как бы когда уже будет для этого. Называется контекст. Именно шли за тарелкой. О, кстати, насчет ментат, это вот. Сейчас про Мебиус не имел в виду. А где Борроуз, который боится средней школы и коммунистов? Вот он.
The lobotomite returns. What insidious plan can it have brewing in its horrid mind? What commie anti-American propaganda will it spew? What? Oh, something familiar about it, yes. Is it a Cazador skull? Always were bull-shaped. Or were those the bullions we made? I confess, I am stumped. If you were to draw some other connection between that bowl and a research facility in Big Mountain, I may be of more help.
Мы так просто не сможем. Нам надо X8 пройти. Этим мы займемся в следующей серии. Которую я по традиции начну записывать следом. Для вас же она выйдет, ну, несколько позже.